Okay, we're recording.
Tuck it in.
You just want me to press it whenever?
Yeah, when I say next, hit the next one. Here is our handout. Today we are starting a new unit. It's over Greek theater. We're going to focus on the chorus over the next couple of days. But today we have to do like a little background research so you can kind of know where we're coming from. Outside, all right now, outside. He's trying to look presentable for the camera, and I wish he would have done that over there.
Oh, camera.
Yes.
Oh. Hey.
Can I get one? Yes. Here you go. What? Did you not get one? Did you not get one? Oh, thank you. Okay, so today, Greek theater. Hit next, Destiny. And again.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Okay, so the earliest origins. This is like at the very beginning, before Greek theater, before any type of theater was really formed. We had ancient hymns where people would have chants and hymns. These were called dithyrambs. Can you say dithyramb?
Dithyramb.
Excellent. It's a kind of hard, weird word. They were sung in honor of the god Dionysus. And that wasn't the only god, but this is the god that we're going to be focusing on. Can anybody tell me why?
We know God is God. One Lord and Savior.
He's the god of wine and...
Art.
Huh?
Art.
No. The god of wine and fertility. Y'all know what fertility means?
Maybe.
Yes. Okay, so he basically has kind of been deemed like the party god, right? So anyway, adapted for choral processions for around 50 members. So in the beginning, the chorus had about 50 people in it. Okay, it wasn't like the small choruses as you think about today. I agree, 50 people is a lot of folks. And there were no actors. Okay, there was just a group of people singing and chanting and dancing. Okay, no actors yet. Okay, but they did wear masks and costumes. So they were organized in that way, and they were organized in their song, they were organized in their chanting, but there were no actors yet. Okay, go ahead and click the next slide. Okay, a little bit more on Dionysus. He was born from one god and one human, god of Zeus, and the mortal, her name was Semele or Semele. Okay, he was raised by satyrs. Do you know what a satyr is?
A Savior.
Half goat thing.
Yes, half goat, half man. Okay, and then he was killed, dismembered. Do y'all know what dismembered means? Taken apart limb by limb. Yes. Okay, but then he was reborn.
Like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I guess like Jesus, sure, why not? Okay, he was called the god of wine and fertility, and it was believed that he could liberate and inspire. Okay, so that's why the arts, like you said, art, theater arts, liberal arts, they kind of adopted him as their kind of god. Okay, so he kind of became the patron of the god of the arts. Okay, because he was people felt that he inspired them. And so you think theater, you think inspiration.
Didn't Zeus kill his mom by showing her his true form and then had to stitch him into his leg?
I'm not really sure, but that sounds like an excellent Google question. I don't know much about mythology and that kind of stuff,
I can Google
but it
it.
sounds like an excellent Google question. Okay, next.
I learned about this in Latin.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about parts of the stage. You have a diagram on your paper, on your handout that I've given you. So let's talk about which part do you think is the orchestra?
The middle one.
That little circle.
The circle, yes. So let's write that in. Write that in because that's going to be on your test.
Yes.
Relax, yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
We'll talk about the test later.
Okay.
Let's get the fun stuff out first.
Okay, right.
Yay.
I know, take a note. It's fun, right? Okay, so orchestra is the dancing space, the big circle in the middle. Okay, go ahead and click to the next slide, Destiny. Okay, go ahead and click one more. Okay, so we have the orchestra right here in the center. This is where the chorus hung out. This is where the chorus did their chanting and their dancing and all that sort of stuff. Okay, that's where that happened. Then you have the theatron. Okay,
Audience?
that's where the audience sat. Very good. So our word theater comes from the Greek word theatron. And actually, this is misspelled a little bit. They spelled it with a K, orchestra. Okay, but you can just spell it like this for right now.
What's skin?
Skeen.
Skin.
See where they have where we normally put the C, they put a K. Okay, that's means scene or
This is
tent.
Greek, right?
Because it's Greek. Very good. Okay, so skeen is also another word for tent. Write that down. And this is later where the actors would perform. Okay. Also, this is where a statue of Dionysus lived. Okay. Also, these are called the parados. Can you think of what parados means by looking at the picture?
Fair enough.
The entrance and the exit.
Passageways. Very good. The entrance and the exits. The passageways.
Do they still have the statue in it?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's probably deteriorated.
Yeah.
But yeah. We're going to show you some real life pictures in a minute. Yeah. Also, in the middle of the orchestra, there's what's called an altar. So draw a little square.
Okay,
In the altar, where there's an altar.
That square's already there.
Oh, the square is there? Okay, it's a different picture than this one. Okay, go ahead and click. That's the altar. Yes, label it altar. That's where sacrifices would happen, like they would kill a goat.
Nice.
Yes. Good. Poor goats. They get the bad rap. Yeah, so here is the theatron right here. Okay, this is the orchestra, right? Here is the skeen.
Is that the statue right there?
There's a statue right here. Here's another one over here. Sometimes they have statues of other gods as well. It's not just Dionysus. Okay, next slide. Okay, it's just another kind of different, like, bird's eye view. Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
Okay, here it is in real life. Go ahead and click again, huh?
You
Okay.
can hear them from down there too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's why they built it like that. If you think about it, it's built kind of like a megaphone, so that their voices will project out. If you look at our theater here at Dobie, how is the audience shaped? Like a megaphone. So our voices project out. Okay? Sure. Okay, here it is with some people. Okay, that could be the god of Dionysus right here. Here is where the important people sat. Yes, they are behind the action, but why do you think they're sitting up here?
So everyone can see them.
So everyone can see them. Very good. This is where the regular people sat. Okay, and they, just to backtrack a little bit, the festivals, when they would have these plays, they would wait and make sure it was at the time whenever all the boats and the fishermen would come in, so it would be maximum people. And this would last for like a whole week. Like, life would shut down and people would go to these festivals. Okay? So it's pretty cool. All right, next slide.
We do that now.
I know, right?
Shut down.
Here it is with some actual people on it. Yes, it does. You can see that it's all women. Traditionally, it was all men back in the time. But this picture is from an all-girls college, a production of, I want to say Trojan Women. I'd have to look, but I think it was Trojan Women. But anyway, it was at an all-girls school. That's why it's all women. Okay. But even the title Trojan Women, men played that back in the day. They would just
Wait,
put body parts on them to make them look like women.
They would dress them
Why?
up.
Why did
Yeah.
they let the girls do
Yeah.
it?
Because girls didn't do that. Women were not allowed to do that sort of thing. Women were allowed to marry a man and give birth.
That's it?
Yep, pretty much. Oh, and take care of the house.
Oh, okay.
Cook and clean and,
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
No more we had education back in the day.
Women didn't have education. Men did.
A little bit. We don't.
No.
We know how to speak.
Weren't Roman women?
Yeah.
Better?
Huh?
Roman was, I guess, Spartans were better.
Was that the Romans or Greeks who treated them a little better?
They were treated the same.
They were all treated the
What?
same. Yeah.
What happened?